We want to get an update now on the city of Buffalo, the cleanup, how things are looking out there. For that, we join Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown. He joins us live on the phone with an update. Mayor, thank you so much for being with us. And what new information can you tell us right now?
Good to be with you. City crews are making progress. We're working mains and secondaries in all parts of the city right now. We are in South Buffalo and Kaisertown, the southern portion of the city, with high lifts and dump trucks. We're actually hauling snow out of that area of the city. We began that activity right before 8 o'clock this morning. It has continued ever since. So much snow in that area, over 4 feet, that has fallen in South Buffalo and Kaisertown, that couldn't continue the normal plowing operation, actually had to start hauling snow. We will have some contractors that will be working 16 hours today, others that will be working 24-hour shifts and still getting great support and assistance from state and county agencies.
So the other day, Mayor, when we checked in with you before the storm, you and the DPW commissioner talked about sort of a little game plan. When plows are going down the streets, if they were blocked by vehicles, the plows would honk their horn as a warning to people. Are we beyond that, where we're going to be perhaps doing the MiniToes? How do you get rid of the vehicles that are stuck in order to further the cleanup efforts?
Yes, in some cases we have definitely had to do MiniToes. There were some vehicles that drove during the snow ban, got stuck. When snow is falling 2 to 3 to 4 inches an hour, it's hard to get around it. Falling fast, falling wet, falling heavy, people got stuck. We've had to MiniTow some of those vehicles. In some cases, people did not move their vehicles to the right side of the street when they should have. We've had to MiniTow some of those vehicles. But for the most part, we've seen a lot of compliance, people doing the right thing, people partnering with us the way we need them to. So we're very thankful to the public for that. We ask people to continue to be patient, continue to use common sense. This is not our typical snowfall in Buffalo, Erie County, and Western New York. This is a very heavy lake effect snowstorm. It's more than we're used to getting, and we have to ride it out together.
Mayor, I know you're asking people to stay home. It's the weekend, relax, just hunker down. But for a lot of people, they're saying, well, I need to go to work, or I need to go get a refill of a medication, or I'm having a medical emergency and I need to get out and I'm stranded in my house. What are they supposed to do?
Well, we certainly understand medical emergencies. That's why we're focusing on the mains and secondaries. If people have a medical emergency, we certainly want them to be able to get to a hospital. So we have been very focused on making sure all of the hospital routes in the city are open and clear, and people can get there. This was a storm where we had warning, and we were telling people, days before the storm hit, how bad this was going to be, asking people to, stock up on their medications, to stock up on their groceries, to do everything that they needed to do before the storm hit. Once we're in storm conditions, is not the time to realize, that you need more bread in the house, or you need, or you didn't fill your prescription. That makes it very challenging at a time like this, particularly with a driving ban. There are a lot of places that aren't even open right now.
And you've got 3 warming shelters that are open in the city of Buffalo. How are folks getting there? Do you have folks utilizing those? And is the city doing anything to help people get to those shelters if they need the help?
If we have emergency situations where people need to get to a warming shelter, the city can provide help. We have new fire vehicles, ARVs, emergency response vehicles that can get people transported if necessary. Fortunately, we have not had any situations like that at this point where we have had to transport people to the warming shelters, but we do have warming shelters open, mostly in the southern part of the city because that is the hardest hit part of the city. So if people are out of power, if people are out of food, out of water, they can get to those warming shelters that have been open since 9 a.m. and will be open until 6 p.m.
And Mayor, back to the plowing operations, how is the new GPS tracking system working? We were hearing that there were some issues.
Yes, there are still some issues with the new public-facing GPS tracking system that the public can monitor. Some malfunctioning in the system, some breakdown in the system. We are working with the contractor now to troubleshoot that, to figure out what went wrong and to perfect that, certainly if not for this time, for the next time. So right now, people looking at that system to see where plows have come down their streets, unfortunately, it is not going to be accurate because of the malfunction. The other thing that people need to be aware of is the GPS does not track state plows, county plows, and private contractors. There are a large number of private contractors that have been retained by the city and the county for this storm. There are a large number of trucks that have been brought in by the state. I want to thank Governor Hochul for all the extra assistance that she has directed to Buffalo, Erie County, and Western New York. So there are a lot of plows out there working, but the GPS is not going to track all of that activity, certainly because of the malfunction and other vehicles that are not on the system anyway.
Okay. And also, Mayor Byron Brown, can you tell us, do you anticipate the driving ban being changed to a travel advisory at any point soon? You know,
we at some point would like to lift the driving ban. You know, we're making progress. As I indicated, there are crews working mains and secondaries across the entire city. We're hauling snow in South Buffalo and Kaisertown, trying to open up those areas. And once we feel good that all the mains and secondaries are clear and snow in the hardest hit areas is hauled out, then we can start getting into the residentials and lift the driving ban. Right now, we want people to just hang in there and stay patient. As you mentioned earlier, we know that there are some people that, you know, might have missed getting their prescriptions filled, you know, need to reload with groceries. You know, we've worked with also some of the grocery stores in the city, making sure that streets getting into them are plowed so that they can get their deliveries in, so that when the driving ban is lifted, if people need to get to the grocery store, need to get to the pharmacy, they'll be able to do that.
All right, Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown joining us live on the phone this morning. Mayor, we thank you so much for that update, and of course, we will continue to update folks throughout the morning here on Daybreak.